welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey by hitting that subscription button and also the bell notification. Thank you so much for all your feedback and all your lovely support. I am grateful and humble to every single one of you. Thank you. Okay, so today we're going to create this doily. This is for a bedroom. Now, this is a special order. Now, the bedroom has black, baby blue, very soft baby blue on the furniture. Furniture is black. And it's got a rim of gold around it. So I've decided to go with the black, baby blue, and gold. Now, for some of you that have been following me for quite some time, I'm sure you remember I had a similar pattern, not exactly the same, for a table runner for the dining room table, which was huge, which I'll show you in a second. See if it rings a bell. So I think you guys remember I had done this huge table runner for the dining room table. Okay, I think well, for some of you that follow me already for quite some time. So the flower itself is the same one I'm using on this pattern, but the centerpiece is different, okay? Also, it has less flowers on the pattern. What I mean, less flowers, that means that like on the big one, I have like maybe 5 or 6 up here. On this one, I only have 2, and it finishes with 1. This is for the dresser. So I'm going to make another one the same size because obviously we have 2 dressers on the side of, or the night table, I should say, not dresser, night table on the side of the bed. And then I'll be creating the 2 bigger pieces for the dressers. One for the armoire, the men's armoire, and one for the dresser. Anyway, so very simple. I decided to go with the little the squares there, diamond shape. And it just very simple and very easy and beautiful to create, and makes a beautiful night table. Now the colors here don't give it justice, but it really is beautiful combination with the gold blue and black and white. Okay, so it's 100% cotton thread. This is the baby blue. My camera doesn't do justice. This is the white, and I have the gold color, which is a thinner thread than that one, but I'm still using the same hook number. Okay, so we're going to get started with the centerpiece, or actually, yes, the centerpiece. We're going to get started with the centerpiece because the flowers, you create them as you go and you apply them on already on the centerpiece. Now, with the centerpiece, you can go the length you like, or even the whiteness you would like, okay? I didn't want to go too white because it is the night table on the side of the bed. So can't go too white on that. Besides, the flowers already take enough room as it is, so it's going to be white enough for the little night tables, okay? But if you're doing it for the dresser or any other like a buffet or dining room or whatever, you can go wider and you can go longer. Same thing as I did with the dining room one, okay? So we're going to get started. Hook number 3.5, pair of scissors, of course, and a small one to tuck in loose ends, okay? Let's get started, everybody. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. Also want to mention that up top there's 3 little buttons. If you want to slow down the video, click on there, open it up, and slow down the video to your liking. Also next to it, you're supposed to have CC, closed caption, letters CC. You click on there. Whatever I say and the names of the stitches I'm calling out will appear down here on the letters. You can pause the video and take notes. Thank you so much, everybody. I also forgot to mention that I have the black for the centerpiece of the flowers. Everything is all in 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. Okay, everyone, so slip stitch knot. And I'm sorry for my voice, but I have really bad chronic sinus, and it's been a week now with, I had a cold. The cold is going away. The sinus is there. It's horrible. Okay, so we're going to do 31 chain stitch, and please always look ahead of the video to make sure that there's no mistakes or anything needs to be added or changed. Okay, so I did my 31 chain stitch. I'm going to come back and count 4 space back. 1 2 3 on the 4th space. 1 2 3 4th space, double crochet. We're going to do 14 double crochets, 1 per space. Okay, we've done our 14 double crochet, 1 per space. I'm doing chain 1. For some of you that your chain is extremely tight, do 2. We're going to skip 1 2 space on the 3rd one. We're going to do 14 more double crochet, 1 per space, and try to grab both loops so it doesn't start curving like a U shape. Okay, these are little tricks when you don't want your pattern to curve. You want your pattern to stay straight here on the edge. Okay, I've done my other 14. We're going to turn around, chain 2 for me. For some of you is chain 3. So we're doing double crochet, 1 per space. Now for some of you that already know how this triangle is built, it's going to be easier for the new beginners. Well, here's a new design for you. We're always going to leave now 2 behind at the end here, and then 2 at the beginning once we cross over that square that we just built. So now we are going to have, so we don't do the last 2 here, okay, because we need to start building these little squares. Inside of the square we're going to do 3 double crochet, 1 chain for me, for some of you too. So we're going to skip these 2. So whatever you're doing on one side, you have to do it also on the other side. Very simple, nothing to it. So you're going to have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. You're going to have 12 on this side and 12 on that side. I'll meet you on the other side. So we finished doing 12 on each side. We're going to turn around again and go up chain 2 or chain 3 for some of you. Again, we're going to leave these last 2 behind because we are decreasing on the double crochet and increasing on the squares. Okay, so nothing to it. Just continue doing double crochet, 1 per space, and whatever you're doing on this side you have to do it on the other side. Remember that. So now we're supposed to have 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Chain 1 for me. Going inside of the square, create 3 double crochets. And I will also leave the link to that big one from the dining room. Some of you might want to have a look, might want to create it for your dining room. So I'll leave the link below. Okay, so we're going to do this until we have 4 double crochets left here at the edge. That means we're going to have 1 2 3 4 5 6 squares. So always skipping the first 2 and the last 2 until we have 6 squares. Now we have 3 squares. Okay, and I'll meet you at the end of my 6th square. Okay, so I've done my 6 squares. That leaves me with 4 double crochets here at the end. Okay, this is half of the triangle. We're going to turn around. Now we're going to increase on the double crochet and decrease on these squares. So we're doing the 4 double crochets plus 2 inside of the first square. So now we are increasing we're increasing the double crochet. So now we finished with 4. That's half of the triangle. Now we have 6 again. The same thing as down here. 1 chain and continue creating the squares again. So now we're going to end up with 5 squares. We're decreasing on the squares, okay? So we're coming to the last square. We're only going to do 2 double crochet, same thing as the beginning, and the 6 double crochets. Well, the total of 6, right? The 2 plus the 4 double crochets we have here. Total of 6 double crochets. So now we have 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to turn around and continue to increase on the double crochet until we have only 1 square left of the triangle. So you're going to end up with your 14 double crochets again. 2 inside of the square. So now you're going to have 8 double crochets. Now in this pattern I have only 3 triangles, okay? But like I said, you can go as long as you would like by just continuing to create the triangles. Now the last one, we're going to do the 8 double crochets, so 2 inside of the square, and continue on creating your double crochets. Okay, so now we have 4 squares. Now continue on until we have only 1 square left. That means you're going to have 14, exactly like down here. You're going to have 14 double crochets and 1 square left, and I'll meet you at the end of that. Okay, everyone. So my triangle is complete. I finished with 1. I've just turned around and started already my next row. So we have 14 here. Now we're going to start the next triangle. That means that we are going to start decreasing. So basically, you will see that now we're going to end up on the same rows here. Okay, so we have 14, now we're going to have 12. So we skip the last 2. And we're going to do 3 inside of the square. So we're starting the second triangle. It's just easy, simple as that. Skip the first 2, go into the second. We're going to have 12 double crochets. Now, like I said, I have 3 triangles built on my pattern. So this will be the same size because it's for the night table next to the bed. But you can go the length that you would like. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do mine. So basically all you have to do, if you get confused, put a little marker on each row, and now you know that you're here. So, and then you're going to do the 3 until the 6 halfway, and then cut down again like we just did on this one. I'll meet you at the end of my third one. I'm going to cut my thread, and then we're going to start with the flower. Okay, so I pretty much did my 3 triangles. I'm going to set this aside because we're going to start with the flower. Okay, so I'm starting with my black, but you can use whatever color you like or all in one color. It's up to you. So slip stitch knot. I'm going to do a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to come into the first one, close it in with a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, coming into the circle and inside of the circle I'm going to do 12 total of 12 double crochets, 2 chain separation, and again. And then I'm going to cut my thread and proceed with the blue. 2 chain separation, continue doing your double crochet until we have 12 of them. Okay? Okay, everyone, so I'm coming in with my slip stitch knot. Make sure that you can see it properly. I'm coming in the middle of any of the space here. I'm doing a single and 3 chain. Coming in again inside of these little spaces, I'm going to create 3 double crochets inside of the same space. So now we have 3 on top of the double crochet from the previous row. Double crochet, next space, 3 double crochets in the same space, next space on top of the double crochet, next space, 3 double crochets together in the same space, 1 on top of the double crochet. So it's going to be like this all the way around. 3 inside of each space and 1 on top of the double crochet. Okay, so I did my last one on top, coming into the 3rd space, closing in with slip stitch. And this is what it looks like. Chain 4, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to skip the first one, going into the second one, double crochet, 2 chains, skip the first one into the second one. This whole row will be like this also. Skip 1 into the next one. We're building these little squares all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. I've come to the end after my 2 chains. I'm coming in the second one here. And slip stitch. So now we created these little squares. Coming into the center of the square, and I'm doing chain 3, and that would equal a double crochet and another double crochet, 2 chain and 2 more double crochet on the same space. Next space, single, next space, 2 double crochet again. Now I'm going to start adding. I think I better put the black so you can see better. Make sure that your pattern is faced up properly on the right side. So what is the right side? Exactly where we started our stitch. Okay, so I'm going to do chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If your chain is too wide, then do 4. So I'm coming right on the corner of my pattern here on the first double crochet, right in between there. I'm doing a single. I'm going to come in my first chain here that I did, chain 5, and I'm doing slip stitch all the way to the beginning. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's going to end up being like this. Try to move my, coming back in and doing my 2 double crochets again. Now the first one, that's the only. Okay, so did my 2 double crochets, next space single, and 2 double crochets again. Now we're going to attach it again on the pattern. I was almost making a mistake saying that this was the only attachment, because on the big pattern that's the only attachment. How fast we can get confused, right? Okay, so we're going to count 8 space back from the double crochet here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 8th one, more or less the middle of this, we're going to do a single and come back in and do 2 more double crochet. Okay, next space, single, 2 more double crochet, and now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. We're going to come right on the center where the square is and close it in with single. Come back into your chain and slip stitch to the beginning. So you're going to slip stitch 4 times, obviously, because we did chain 4. Come back in the same space and do your 2 double crochets. Reminder that what you're doing on this corner, you're going to do exactly the same on the other corners, okay? Because I'm not going to be recording the other end. There's no point. It takes too much room, and it's just the same repeat. So all you have to do is just rewind it. So now you're going to finish continuing to create your flower just by doing the 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 double crochet on the same space. Next space, single, and again 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 double crochet. So it's always a repeat now to finish the flower. Is always done the same way. There's no other technique to it, okay? And you're going to have the attachment like this. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so make sure you got 12 of these edges, or you're not going to have the right amount to put them together. Okay, for some of you that, especially the newbies that don't know how I finish my patterns up, so I would just come through the back here with a smaller hook, and I will make a knot or 2 on the bottom ones here just to make sure that nothing ever comes apart. So just give it a nice little knot and then go through a few more just to make sure that nothing ever comes apart. Okay, damn sinus, I am just so fed up of it already. It's over a week now and it just won't go away. It's just so frustrating. Okay, so that pretty much closes in. Okay, so into the next one, everyone. So now we're going to attach it on these 2 here, and then again here, and then the same way here, counting 8, and then at the edge. Okay, so we're going to grab back to back, single, after you've done your 2 double crochets, 2 more double crochets, next space single, next space 2 double crochets, and we're going to attach it again. So back to back, single, back in, and do the 2 double crochets. Next space single, next space 2 more double crochets, and we're going to do chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're coming into the same square here where we have the other attachment. Coming back on the chain with a slip stitch to the beginning. Continue to do your 2 double crochets. Next space single, next space 2 double crochets again. So this is no different than this one. You're pretty much doing the same thing. So now we're going to count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right in the center. Come back, do your 2 double crochets. Next space single, next space 2 more, and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to come into this corner double crochet here, right on the edge on the corner, and we're going to come back with a slip stitch on the chain all the way to the beginning, and we're going to complete the rest of the flower. So simple as that, right? Not complicated at all. Next space single, and continue to finish your flower up by doing 2 double crochets, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochets on the same space. Next space single, and so on. So now we pretty much added our two edge flowers here. So then you know that you're going to have after your third one here, which is going to take the four corners here, 2 here and 2 here, to add the last flower here on the tip. Okay, so let's continue on. Okay, everyone, so we're going to add onto these 2 here. Okay, so right on the center where we have the 2 chain, we add with a single, we finish creating the 2 double crochets, next space single, 2 more double crochets, into back with back, single, come back, finish creating your 2 double crochets, next space single, next space 2 double crochets. We're going to attach it into the next flower now. So into the first one, continue with your 2 double crochets, next space single, 2 double crochets. I'm going to attach it into the second part, second little petal here, if you want to call it, and 2 more double crochets, next space single, and we're going to complete our flower and can cut the thread and onto the next one. Okay, so, and that's it for that, and then we're going to do the side. Okay, everyone, so we're going to add the side one. Now, it wouldn't be any different than doing this way. So if you turn your pattern to the side, the triangle is still the same. So basically, where we have that one square, we're going to attach it onto there. Okay, so well, the row that we have one square, so we're going to attach it here, and actually it's with 4 chains. Sorry, I don't know, where's my mind sometimes. So chain 4, 2, 3, and 4. So where we have that one square, we're going to attach our with a single. We're going to come back on the chain with a slip stitch, 1 per space, come back and finish doing your 2 double crochets, next space single, 2 more double crochets, and now we're going to do the one just before the last square here. So you're gonna 1, 2, 3 on your 4th row here, single, 2 more double crochets, next space single, 2 more double crochets, we're going to skip the one that we have, the 6th square here. So you're going to skip one, you're going into the next one. Continue to do your 2 double crochets. Next space single, next space 2 more double crochets. Okay, and now we're going to do chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're coming into the corner where we have the other one. Coming back on the chain with slip stitch. Coming back to create the 2 double crochets. Next space single. Next space 2 more double crochets. And chain 4, 2, 3, and 4. We are attaching on the flower and chain 4 again, 2, 3, and 4. Back into the same space. Into the next space, single, and we're going to finish complete our flower. So chain 2 and just continue the rest the same. And this is what it looks like. So the only chain 2 times 4 is only on the corner ones, okay? These 2 here and the other 2 there. That's it. The rest is attached like here onto here, okay? So we're going to go through one more here, and then that's it. You're on your own. You do the same thing on the other side that we just finished creating here. You're going to do it here, also here, here at the edge, and here. So now we're going to attach the next flower. Again, we're going to attach in the center where we have that 1. Continue to do your 2 double crochets. Neighbors' dogs are going nuts. Sorry, people. Must be the mailman passing by or one of the kids from school. I don't know. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Or actually, made a mistake. We have to do chain 4 here. Sorry about that. Got disconcentrated, I think, from the dogs probably. 3, 4. Come back on your chain, do your slip. Slip stitch through it. Continue to do your 2 double crochets. Next space single, next space 2 double crochets. And we're going to attach it just before. So row 1, 2, 3, 4. Row 4. Come back. 2 more double crochets. We're going to skip 1 row and into the next one. Again, create your 2 double crochets, and we're going to do chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and attach it where we have the other one here. Come back on it. Continue to do your 2 double crochets. Next space single, and we're going to attach it into the flower now. Back to back into the first loop. Next space single, next space 2 double crochet, back to back into the second loop, and we're going to finish creating our flower. Very simple. You just have to focus like any other pattern that you do. We always have to focus. And there it is. So now you know that the next one is no different than this one here. You have to place it the same way, grabbing the corner. So you'd have to grab the corner here. And then you have to count 8 space and grab it there. Not 8 space. So you do the corner, you grab it here on the one before the last square here, and then you skip the one with the square, you grab it here again, and then you have to do your 4th chain and grab it here again. Okay, so this is really no different than you have to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and of course the same thing here, you have to do it on that side. So slow down the video if you have to. Take notes. And that's pretty much it. I will have it in, not in display. So with the single crochets all the way around with the gold, which is very simple also, nothing to it. It's just all single crochets. You can start anywhere you'd like, 1 per space. So all singles. In the center of the loop here, 1 single, 3 chain, and picot. 1 single, 1 per space. So very, very simple. Nothing to it. It's all single crochets and 1 picot here in the center of the paddle. That's optional. I mean, you don't have to do it. I think it just gives it a different good finishing. I will have it in display at the end. So if you need to pause, take a picture, go ahead, and then you can get a nice zoom close up and make sure that you're doing the right stitch in case you missed something. Okay, I'm going to meet you here just to show you. Okay, so we're coming from one flower to the next, no difference. So where we have the loop here connecting the flowers, I'm doing 2 double crochet, 2 singles in here, and then into the next loop. So we're not doing in the center here where they attach, okay? I mean, you could if you want to, but I'm not going to. So you continue on. Okay, and when it comes here, I'm doing 4 singles and just continue on and doing my peacock per paddle, okay? So you would do your 2 double crochets in here, you know, on the last loop here, your 4 singles, and then continue on. So there's no difference on this. It's all the same way. Show you here. Okay, so all singles, 2 inside of the loop here, and then 4 singles, and then continue on. Okay, so I'll have it all displayed at the end. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Very simple, very easy, and very gorgeous. You can use whatever colors you like. I think any color would look beautiful in this pattern. Thank you so much, everybody, again. I will see you in the next tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up. It's very important for the video to circulate. God bless everybody. Take care of yourselves and especially each other. Thank you.